I mean, it was a crazy week 2. I didn't think that the madness from week 1 was going to carry over into week 2. But Gilbert, give me your biggest takeaway from week 2.
This one will be fun for Dan and Dago, who will be joining us later on with Victor, the producer. But maybe I'm starting to believe in the Gilberto curse.
Ooh.
I mentioned on the show that I drafted, Joe Burrow, Joe Burr,
What?
and Jamar Chase. What?
What?
And then in a different league, I drafted T. Higgins. So I bought a whole lot of stock on the Bengals. Now they have 2 duds, terrible games, and I'm seeing all these memes and jokes about Joe Burrow, not having no more expensive designer glasses and swag. He lost it. He's just I don't know, maybe Macaulay Culkin after he was on Home Alone. He's lost the swag. He's not the same quarterback it looks like. Well, maybe it's not his fault, but the way I know I'm going off track here. I just drafted him and I'm annoyed. But on the football side of it, the real side of it, they cannot protect Joe Burrow. This offense does not look the same. They invested money in this offensive line, and they got worse somehow. Lyle Collins, who said he's going to be Joe Burrow's bodyguard, had another stinker against his former team, the Cowboys. And we were going to get to this eventually, but we all got that one wrong. The Cowboys won. And I'm having real concerns about Joe Burrow and the Bengals, Fernando. That's my biggest takeaway because I'm just annoyed and it affects me because of the curse and it affects me fantasy football. I don't want to be cursed.
Micah Parsons, he literally lit up Lyle Collins and that whole Jonah. There was a play where he threw Jonah Williams Jonah Williams right into Joe Burrow and knocked him down. So it's incredible.
13 sacks, I think Victor told me. 13 sacks. That's insane.
That is incredible. So for mine, I'm going to go with the 49ers, Gilbert. Why the 49ers? He's back. It didn't take so long, Gilbert, for Joe Burrow to be back. Trey Lance, obviously, you never want to see an injury, terrible injury. I don't agree. A lot of people were asking, is this Kyle Shanahan's fault? He was there when RG3 got hurt. Now Trey Lance got hurt. I got this from this is what Kyle Shanahan had to say about people who were not trying to blame him, but trying to say that maybe it's his fault that
interesting.
that happened.
Then I just answer that.
It's just after a severe injury and seeing something similar happen in Arizona. It's, I guess, just how do you balance the risk versus the reward?
Just because, you guys watch other teams in this league, and Buffalo does it all the time with their quarterbacks. Pretty normal play. It's part of football, and that he hurt his ankle on it.
Wow,
he's snappy. He's snappy. He's not happy with it, and it's funny they just won. Can you imagine if they would have lost? And they blew out the Seattle Seahawks. So no, I don't believe it's literally. And we watched it on Monday Night Football. You saw Josh Allen has designed runs. He did it last year against Kansas City. He does it everywhere. It was just a freak accident. But I believe now. I'm ready to do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Right now, there's a 3-headed dragon in the NFC, and it is the I'll put them in there. I'll put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their defense is ferocious right now. They're not allowing touchdowns. They're only allowing
we're doing power rankings later. What you're gonna just
whatever. I believe that the 49ers are back in contention for the top team in the NFC. I think with Jimmy G in there, they're back to contention. They're back in it. And I believe that they're one of the stronger teams in the NFC with Jimmy G at quarterback. So they're back in there, Gilbert.
I know it's your takeaway, but I want to have my 2 cents. Not everybody has Josh Allen on their team. Kyle Shanahan. Josh Allen is a freaking tank. What? So Lamar Jackson is different because they don't have him run up the middle sometimes, but he is just a freak of nature when it comes to speed. Kyler Murray, sorry, Victor,
and they have him run to the edges. Josh Allen, They don't have him he ran towards the middle. That's where your linebackers
Trey Lance is not these quarterbacks I just mentioned. Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. I know Kyler Murray is smaller and it could affect him eventually, but he's so hard to bring down because he's just a little taller back there, as the jokes are. But Kyle Shanahan, you do not have those guys.
Dan and Dago and I were watching the game at the beginning of the beginning of that game, and then we switched over, and we couldn't believe that Trey Lance off of hype. And no offense. off of hype, and maybe I think it was half a college season, a couple of plays was a third overall pick. I mean, we don't even know how good he is or how bad he is. So, honestly, prayers out to him. Hope he recovers from the 2 injuries that he had. But obviously, Jimmy G now takes over, and I think with Jimmy G, man, the crowd was excited, the fans were excited, even the players were like coming up and hugging him, and they're excited. San Francisco is back to being Jimmy G's team, and that'll be interesting. Let's move on to Gilbert. Obviously, this weekend there was a lot of blown leads. I mean, which one of you was the most not heartbreaking, but like which one of you was the most questionable one? Raiders blowing a 20-point lead to the Cardinals, Ravens blowing a 21-point lead to the Dolphins, or the Browns losing to the Jets after being up 30-17 with 1:55 left in the game, or the Bengals straight up losing to Cooper Rush?
Cooper Rush. Well, we already touched on the Cowboys, so I won't touch that one. And I don't really care about the Bengals Jets, but the Jets came out of nowhere with Joe Flacco to win that one. I was really surprised about that. And I think we're going to touch on it too later on. But I was very surprised about the Dolphins coming back on the Ravens. Was a 21-point lead? I forget what the lead was.
Yeah, 21-point.
I thought that game was over because I texted you, Fernando. I was like, Lamar Jackson's crushing me in fantasy football. I'm done with fantasy football.
Oh, he still did.
Week. Yeah, and still, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. I was done. But then for them to lose after everybody was, saying how great Lamar was, and Tua came out of nowhere. And I'm not gonna say too much about it, but that one caught me out by the most surprise because I want to hear Dan and Dago's opinion about these 2 quarterbacks. He's always bashing these 2 quarterbacks. I want to hear what he says. We'll get to it. But that one was very surprising. And then I think Victor will cover us with the Cardinals and the Raiders later on.
So you're basically telling me I need to choose either the Bengals and the Cowboys, or the Jets. You know what?
I'll go because people are going to touch on it later on.
Well, okay, fine then. I'm going to go with then I'll forcefully go with the Jets and the Browns, just because the Browns should be 2-0 right now, and I think they're 1-1, obviously. But man, the Jets' defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
They got some playmakers. They got some good running backs on offense, and then they have obviously Garrett Wilson from Ohio State University. They have some playmakers, especially with Joe Flacco. Now, my question is going to be, if the Jets have a winning record by the time Garrett Wilson, Zach Wilson, by the time Zach Wilson is ready to go, who's the quarterback? And now Joe Flacco finds himself in another quarterback controversy, like he has towards the back end of his career. But I thought that was a good game and a good win by the Jets. Jets. All right, Gilbert. The biggest team surprise after week 2. Obviously, candidates include the 2-0 Giants, the 0-2 Colts, the 2-0 Dolphins, 0-2 Bengals, 0-2 Raiders. Begin.
Man, biggest surprise, right? I should probably look at the rundown better. Okay, you gave me a bunch of 0-2 teams.
And I gave you some 2-0 teams.
I will take the 2-0 Giants. That one was surprising. Brian Daboll's done a good job. He's brought new life to Saquon Barkley. He's done enough with Daniel Jones. I think he sometimes thinks he has Josh Allen, so he tries to do too much. But then he kind of brings it back. Okay, you're not Josh Allen, you're Daniel Jones, and they figure it out. And Brian Daboll has people believing, and their defense is pretty solid too, Fernando. So I know they weren't playing the best teams. Or the Titans, like they beat the Titans in week 1. The Titans, they got crushed by the Bills. I don't know about the Titans anymore. But then they beat the kind of a whatever Panthers team. So I don't know how much I buy it. But I am surprised with 2-0 and good for Brian Daboll to get some life in New York because those Giants have been terrible for a long time.
I made a mistake. The Colts are 0-1-1. But my biggest surprise of this weekend is don't look now, but Dan and Dago's Jacksonville Jaguars are leading the AFC South. They are the only team that has won a game in the AFC South. I'm going to go with them. Charlie Kirk. Everybody was laughing when they gave him that money, and Charlie Kirk.
Christian Kirk. Who's Charlie
Christian Kirk? Sorry, Christian Kirk is putting up numbers. I'm still in bad. I'm still with Benito, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear it. Come on. Wake up.
Hey, if you know what's funny? The chick in front of me recorded the whole concert on her phone. If you want, I can have her send it to you.
Okay.
She did the full 3 hours.
That's always the best. You spend like $500 on a concert ticket, but you're on your phone the whole time.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. And then she's like, "Oh my God, don't want me there." I was like, "Oh God." I'm like, "You're one of those." So awesome. Obviously, So obviously the Jaguars they're playing good defense. Rayshawn Jenkins got an interception over the weekend. Now they go and play the Chargers in at SoFi
Rayshawn
Stadium.
Jenkins revenge game, Fernando.
I'm interested. I don't know about revenge game, but now you have so many question marks on offense because obviously the Chargers on defense, they're all healthy. It's the offense that you have the trouble. Your center, what? Your quarterback, what? And your receiver, what? Are all hurt. Will
By the
all
way,
three of them play?
Subscribe to What's Up Bolts on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
I was about to throw that out there, but okay, yeah, thank you.
I'm doing it for you.
You know what? Subscribe out there to House of Horns.
House on the Haunted Hill, or what?
Huh?
You almost said House on the Haunted Hill. I felt like, but
no, I was gonna say House of Horns. But yeah, subscribe to that. But yeah, that's the Jacksonville Jaguars being the leaders of the AFC South is mine. All right, quick. You know what?
Now
Yeah, let's do this. What?
Now we're doing the rankings, right? Power ranking.
Let's do a Power 5 rankings. Your top 5 teams after week 2. Go ahead.
Okay, this is easy for number 1. It's definitely the Buffalo Bills. They just destroyed Tennessee Titans, and they just toyed with the Rams. So that's 2 good wins there. I don't know about the
Vic. If you can write these down, I want to see how much our answers change in the next 2 weeks.
Yes. Number 2, big difference there, but number 2 is KC, the Chiefs. They're 2-0. They beat the Chargers, a quality win there. They destroyed the Cardinals, so definitely number 2. They still are who we thought they were. Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying, but they're still good. And then the Buccaneers are still there. I know they had some trouble with the Saints, but they were my 3rd team. And then this one's a little, I don't know. Maybe I like what the Chargers are doing. They lost to a really good team. I still believe in them if Justin Herbert's healthy and they get their some of their guys back and Keenan Allen and the center, like you mentioned, Corey Lindsey. Based on potential, I'll go 4 with the Chargers. I don't know. I'm kind of crazy there. And then this one was between the Dolphins or the Eagles. But I know I was bashing the Eagles a lot in the preseason, but I'm in on the Eagles. They look great, spectacular for 2 games. They destroyed the Vikings. They're 5th.
Bills, Eagles.
The Eagles, number 2.
Yeah, their defense is ferocious.
You're acting like that's like a normal thing. That's kind of
their defense is for Dan saw it. I've seen it. Like their defense is nuts. Wow. Their defense is crazy. They're that good. Okay. So Bills, Eagles, Chiefs, Chargers, Tampa Bay. Those are my 5.
But we all have the same 5, but different order.
Different order. Yeah. I don't. The Dolphins, I'm still not sold on. I saw a lot of BS from the Ravens secondary. So, all right, Gilbert. Rapid
One
fire.
NFC team, by the way, we have in there.
One NFC. I know we have 2.
Oh, no, Eagles. I'm forgetting about the Eagles.
No, and I had Tampa.
Yeah, I know, but I forgot the Eagles.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, and Eagles. Okay. So, Gilbert, what let's see. Where is it? There it is. All right, cool. Gilbert, fair
rapid fire
or
segment?
foul? Huh?
We're in the rapid fire, right? We need to
rapid fire. Yep, we started rapid fire. Gilbert, was there fair or
No, move it along. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm trying to, but you're interrupting me. Was it fair or foul to suspend Mike Evans for this hit on Marshawn Lattimore? Was it fair or foul? What do you think?
It's foul. I get it. He came. Was he off on the sideline? I don't know. It seemed like Bruce Arians said, "Go in there and handle this, whatever lightweight," and he shoved them. But they should know the backstory, the history. They don't like each other. There wasn't no helmet-to-helmet collision there. Nothing kind of reckless. He just shoved them. No, don't suspend the guy for a game. Give him a fine, whatever money you want to throw at him. But other than that, no, not a suspension.
I'm with you. I thought that was kind of soft. I think they shouldn't have done that. I think it was like you said. It's just they're just going at it, and like he said, "Hey, he hit my quarterback. What am I supposed to do?" But Gilbert, real quick, was that more aggressive than this? Which one would you go for? Which one was more aggressive?
That's pretty cool. He gave him the rock spine buster before doing the people's elbow and throwing the wristband.
He did the Triple H spine buster, brother.
You could do the pedigree or you could do the people's elbow. Both good options.
Which one do you think was worse?
Definitely in the Travis Kelce. That kind of was like, I don't respect you. You're going down. That was
a crazy one. I just had to throw it in there for fun. All right, Gilbert. Will Nathaniel Hackett be the reason why the Broncos don't make the playoffs?
I was looking like it, yeah, for sure. This is one that I think all of us we were in agreement. We never agree that much. I think we all said we don't buy the Broncos. This is a new a rookie head coach, and I didn't expect it to be this bad. Like it's a sloppy, operation, bad clock management, weird plays on critical third downs and fourth downs, bad offense. They're lucky they played the Houston Texans because it was any other team, they probably would have lost that game and be 0-2. But take it away, Fernando. This team stinks right now because of the coaching.
Dude, okay, so Dan and I were watching that game. Houston had 3 opportunities to win the game at the end. Davis Mills was throwing Davis Mills was throwing it into the ground on some of those plays. And you're like, dude, if you would have given your quarter or your receiver a decent opportunity, you might have won that game. So yeah, they're a couple bad steps away from being 0-2. And I know that let it cook, or man, you get food poisoning right now if you're letting Russ cook. That's disgusting. I don't want that food poisoning.
Wow, you're blaming the quarterback more than the coach. It sounds like.
No, it's on the coach. The plays are bad. Some of the formations, there's a lot of questionable things. They're not even letting their best running back handle the ball most of the time. It's like they're letting Melvin Gordon handle it.
Next question. Sorry, I got you.
All right, fine. Has Tua 6 touchdown performance versus the Ravens change your perception of him? I'll go first. No, it has not. Okay. Gilbert, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. A little bit. I'll just say it. Thank you for the full minute because I wanted to say stuff about Tua. I'm not like saying, it's going to be the next Drew Brees or the next Dan Marino or whatever, but we finally got a flash of being a guy. He has potential now. This is what we saw him out of Alabama, a guy who could operate an offense, accurate, give it to the playmakers in space, and just move the chains. He doesn't have a big arm. Yes, Fernando, I don't know what Matthew McConaughey is going to teach you right now, but at least we finally saw for the first time that the number 5 overall pick in 2020 ahead of Justin Herbert. Thank you, Miami. Dan and Dagon, you want to say that? Finally showed something. I'm just trying to take the whole 1 minute right here. Finally showed something that Tua could be a guy in the future. And it was nice to see, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Mike McDaniels. I have like a weird echo on his mic. But Tua finally showed us he could be something in the future, and that's the first step for him.
That's called filibustering, brother. And that was that. You had that whole minute. No, it doesn't change my perception. All right. Are the Lions a team to watch, Gilbert? They scored 35 against the Eagles and 36 last week in their first 2 games. Again, was Dan and Dago right? Are the Lions must-see football? Gilbert, I'm going to let you start off with this one.
Yeah, Dan and Dago picked them to win the NFC North. I don't think they're quite there yet, but they're fun. And one thing, I don't know, Victor's pointing at himself, he picked the Lions to win the NFC North. I don't remember, but I guess he did. Okay. Both of them did. Well, that's crazy to me. You're wasting my time, Victor, here. But one thing I want to give a shout out to Mark Sessler, friend of the show from Around the NFL. They like to pick fun teams they like to watch on their podcast. I think the Lions might be a fun team for us to kind of enjoy together. We all like Dan Campbell. Dan, I'm taking all your time. I'm already getting used to the 1 minute. Quick stat, they haven't had 35 points in back-to-back games since like 1950. That tells you right there everything they're doing right.
Even with Barry Sanders, damn. And guess what? They're still missing a player. Jamison Williams is still nursing that ACL. Good Can you imagine Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, him and Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift? Man, they're going to be a dangerous.
Don't forget Jared Goff.
Yeah, well, I'll forget him. They're going to be a dangerous team when he comes back. Gilbert, is it finally time to stop putting the Bears and the Packers on national TV? These games have been bad. Aaron Rodgers is right. He owns them. He's owned them his whole career. Is it time to take that off of national TV? I'll give you another one they should take off too. But go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, that's a disgusting matchup. I don't want to see that anymore.
Or Cowboys and Giants should be the other one too.
Ugh, that one. But that made me happy though, because I remember we used to always complain about the Lions being on primetime on Thanksgiving, a tradition that we all hated. Now I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving, Fernando. So right there. But yeah, get them off. I don't want to see that anymore.
No, I'm tired of the Bears and the Packers. It's always the same stuff, and it's always week 1 or week 2. Before they used to do Giants and Cowboys at the beginning of the season as well. They kind of took that off now that both teams kind of suck. But now here comes this Monday Night Football game. It's gonna be Daniel Jones against Cooper Rush. I'm gonna be clicking on Monday Night Raw. That's what I'm gonna be watching next Monday. Because
is that really the matchup next week?
What'd you say?
Is that really the matchup next week?
Yeah, that's the Monday night matchup. It's going to be bad. They should have saved one of these Monday night games and put it next week instead of getting that game.
Both of them were stinkers, though, anyways. They were
Gilbert, one player that jumped out to you over the weekend.
Yes, because I was there covering it and I got to see it in person. Drake London's going to be a guy. And what'd you say? Oh yeah, yeah, humble brag. I was there at the stadium. Got to see Drake London up close, and he has he has a good story. Local guy from Moore Park, played basketball. Gave you some sass though at the combine. Fernando, remember that?
Oh
But
yeah, he did.
Drake
Because I asked him
London.
if he resembled Mike Williams.
There you go, and he does. He's a big dude. Obviously the routes are not as crisp, but he gets open. He goes after 50-50 balls, contested balls. So he could definitely be a Mike Williams, but he's already starting off quickly. He's a playmaker, and I know the Rams, I almost said Chargers, the Rams made him one-dimensional, and they took away Kyle Pitts and Patterson, but still, Drake London answered the call.
He answered the call. You're like the
fumble.
few, the proud, the Marines.
Yeah, there you go.
Obviously, and thank you to our men and women of the armed forces for everything that you do.
Yes.
I went with Jalen Waddle. I think Jalen Waddle has done a great. That dude is he's dynamic, and if he learns the good things from Tyreek Hill, then he's going to be even more explosive than he already is. I think Jalen Waddle's an incredible weapon. Remember, Gilbert, who wanted him for the Chargers last year? Who wanted him last year? I remember for the Chargers. I said Jalen Waddle on this offense would destroy. They would destroy everybody. But obviously, I was looking at it like if I was. Well, they got Rashawn Slater. So
subscribe
obviously,
to What's Up Bolts on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
House of Horns as well. So obviously, dude, I like that name, House of Horns, but I hate that show. So
just subscribe. That's what I care about.
So obviously, him and Tyreek Hill went crazy. The reason why I can't say that Tua's gone up and down in my book is because I feel like I could put Dan and Dago back there at quarterback, and Dan and Dago could make all those throws. Some of those throws were way underneath, and the guys had to wait to finally get it into their hands, and they walked into the end zone. You have to put it in front of them. So
Fernando,
I think that's the
he's
one problem.
leading the league in passing yards after 2 weeks, man.
What's his name did too? What's his name led the Vikings to the Case Keenum led the Vikings to the NFC Championship. Now
Nick
look
Foles
at him,
won it
back
all
up
too,
for Josh Allen. No. I don't believe in that. Bills and Dolphins this weekend. Now let's see what you got. So
can we bring in a guy who's very opinionated about this topic?
Well, obviously, because of everything that has transpired in the last few weeks, I will first bring in Vic, the producer. Vic, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for letting me come in first. I don't have to follow up on.
There you go.
You can try right here if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously, Gilbert didn't want this person, special person, to come on this week, so I guess he's not going to be coming on. But wow.
Sour Whiskey Wednesdays, huh? Wow.
Guess who it is, Gilberto? Guess who's back again? It's your boy, your nightmare. You know where I live? You know where my address is permanently? In Gilberto!
I don't know, Danny Boy. Speaking of nightmare, I think Patrick Mahomes is giving you more nightmare. He's your boogeyman, and then what's up with your mic to come in? Jesus.
What about it? What's wrong with my
I think
mic?
it crossed up with the music.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Patrick Mahomes is still a nightmare.
Whiskey Sour Wednesday. He doesn't give me nightmares. You know who gives me nightmares? Seriously, those gosh dang zebras will do anything to save
All right.
Patrick Mahomes.
Let Victor give his takeaway because I don't want to hear complaints about the referees. That's the worst.
When you started pumping me up, I'm sorry. I saw circulating on the Twitter sphere a certain interception by another team that was called an interception. Yeah. All of a sudden, something good happens at Dan and Dago, and nope.
Save it for What's Up, Bolt. Subscribe to the channel.
Obviously, let's go with your week one takeaways, Vic. We'll start off with you. What was your week one week two? Sorry, takeaway.
Come on, Fernando.
I know.
Well, for me, of course, it was the Raiders blowing a 20-point lead in the second half. Josh McDaniels, really, this is why you were brought in. You were brought in you were a top 5 playmaker, play calling guy, and you're not even doing that. It was just a terrible conservative. I wanted to give Dan and Dago so much grief for his OC, Mike Lombardi, and I couldn't do that watching that game in the second half. It was just terrible how bad the play calling was from Josh McDaniels. Patrick, what's his name? Patrick Graham did a great job with the defense. They kept the Cardinals with no points in the first half, and then here comes Josh McDaniel in the second half. They had a 3-play 9-second drive. Like they had a 3 and out with 9 seconds spent. That was it. That's just bad, and the Cardinals were done. Like they were ready to go on their plane back to Arizona after the half, and you let them back in.
And Call of Duty dropped over the weekend.
Yep. Yeah.
Victor,
and now you're 0-2.
Wait, speaking of nightmares, do you still have nightmares of Kyler Murray running around for 80 yards on a 2-point conversion that lasted 21 seconds?
Nightmares of the son of Odin, sir. He's got bigger fish to fry.
And Max Crosby had him. Max Crosby had him there too, and let him through. A joke. Man, it's
nothing of Rashawn Slater.
All right. So obviously Vic is not happy with the Raiders. Does Josh McDaniels even get fired up on the sideline? Does he get angry, or is he just plain face?
No, he was, but he took some of the blame after the game, which is but it's been an inconsistent now. Like against the Chargers, they were great. They were bad in the first half, and then in the second half they came back and made some adjustments. This week it was they played really well in the first half, and then for some reason made bad adjustments in the second half. So they just need to get it together, and hopefully they can do it against a wounded Tennessee Titans.
Victor, we want to check in on how you feel about David Carr. He's playing like David Carr. Sorry, Derek Carr. how do you feel about Derek Carr after 2 games now with Josh?
Well,
McDaniels?
I'm okay with what he's doing. He's following what Josh McDaniels, and that's the Patriot way. You run his system. He doesn't have the same influence he had when John Gruden was around, where he was allowed to kind of run the team. And so here he's, and I think him and Adams are still okay. I think they have more of a problem with Josh McDaniels. And I'm fine with what they're doing. He's following. I think eventually, what we're going to see is what happened with the Philadelphia Eagles last year, where Josh McDaniels is going to have to change his philosophy and let Carr do what he wants to do with Devontae Adams.
I'm telling you, bro. Get on the whiteboard and just write Derek Carr Derek Carr. He's gonna keep everybody in the game, my guy. I don't know what else to tell you.
All right, Dan, lying. Your turn. Go ahead.
Give us your real takeaway.
What? My real takeaway of what? Week 2?
No, we want to know about. Yeah.
No. What we want to hear, but that's your real takeaway, right?
What about
Tua
what?
versus
that
Lamar?
Game? I'm not saying I don't care. You mean the the battle of the running backs out here, dude? I need a running back on my team. What? Look, I told you from the beginning. Lamar, look what happens, dude. He was up, what was it, 35 to I forgot what, 17 or less?
14.
It's not his fault his defense stunk.
Oh, so he can't score points either? Whose fault is that?
He had a crazy stat line passing and running. Come on, man.
So
I don't get how you don't believe in Lamar Jackson yet. Pay the man. His bill's going up. But
pay him. Yeah, pay him. If we're paying jokers like what's his name? Deshaun and Kyler, yeah, pay him. Sure. Why the hell not? Cash out. I don't care. It's up to them. It's not gonna be my team. I'm gonna tell you that. It's not gonna be me.
I don't get how you see a great duel and you still don't like these. Well, I guess Tua, but you still don't like Lamar Jackson.
Excuse me again. Once again, I'm gonna tell you this. Roll the tape. Frau and I were watching that game. Roll the tape. There, Tyreek Hill, by the way, shout out, won me my game in fantasy. So hey, that's a tip of the cap to you, Mr. Tua over there. But watch the tape, dude. Seriously, how many times aren't these guys sitting waiting on these passes, and they're lucky that these corners are just too slow behind them? I'm not a believer. I think with Tua, it's more Mike McDaniel's offense. It's just so like new, genius. Now he has control of the whole scheme. And maybe we're seeing a second coming of like an Andy Reid type where he can plug quarterbacks and be efficient.
Or not just the lineman, the receiver, they're all blocking well also to get these guys like open lanes up the field.
And then he has Waddle, guess it,
for Tyreek Hill. You said Patrick Mahomes is all Tyreek Hill and Andy Reid, and he's still putting up numbers. You don't blame the coaching staff.
So
give the
what's
guy
the
some
constant?
credit.
What's the constant?
Oh, man.
Andy Reid, thank you
If
very
you're
much,
not,
sir.
if you're never
Andy
gonna
Reid.
give Patrick Mahomes credit, then I don't know. You just have like a riff with some of these quarterbacks.
Oh, I do. I hate his ass. I hate
Okay.
his guts. I don't care what he does. I
Well,
never
okay,
hate
okay.
that.
Confused.
But hold on. I'm gonna pull a varsity blues. Daniel, if Patrick Mahomes was your quarterback, would you love him?
Oh, I'd love his ass. He's the best damn
Okay.
quarterback I've ever seen.
There you go. That's
Okay,
him giving him
Tua,
credit.
I'm not
Okay.
sold on Tua.
If
I'm
Lamar
not sold
Jackson's on your
Lamar.
team, Lamar Jackson on the Chargers, how would you feel about him?
I'm moving him positions, dude. We ain't coming. That's not the quarterback.
Okay.
Dude.
One more.
No,
If
my
Tua-
thing is
if
right
Tua
here,
was on your
right here,
team, How
right?
would you feel about it?
Who?
Tua.
I'd be pissed, dude. He's not gonna do it. He's
There
not
we
gonna
go.
be the guy to do it. I'm telling you. Just give it time, dude. Just give it time. But I'm
see,
telling you this.
thinking that he hates Patrick Mahomes, but he doesn't like. He
Okay.
just.
I was checking the levels there, and I got this scale
Yeah.
there.
You got.
I hate
now you
him.
got the
I
levels.
recognize he's good. He's got more. I think he has more. The thing is this, right?
I think
With
he'd rather
Lamar
have
and some of
Jalen
these
Hurts on
guys-
his team than Tua.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah. I don't know. Even then, I get nervous. But the thing with some of those guys, right? Like the Lamars and those guys, if you notice Justin Herbert, he'll climb the pocket. He's comfortable sitting in the pocket. Some of these guys, their first instinct is to run as soon as they feel something they don't like. He was up 35 points on them and they couldn't score. That's not a defensive problem. That's an offensive problem. He couldn't do it. He couldn't get it done. I don't know what else to say.
All right. Last thing, Dago, on your takeaway. If Tua has a similar performance next week against the Bills and they win, do you give them credit?
They're playing the Bills. I'm not gonna pick them up in fantasy.
That's what
then.
Fernando told me. I haven't looked.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm a bench Hill now.
It's a
I guess we'll see.
segue.
Well, on that
But-
way, let's go to our picks. Let's go to our game.
Yeah,
picks.
I don't. If he wins and he beats the Bills, I'll give him a little credit. Maybe
All right,
I'll
there
buy
you
a
go.
little.
That's
I'll
what I
buy a
wanted to
little
hear.
stock. A little.
There we go. There we go.
3%
All right.
stock. 3% stock. Shout out Jaguars. What did I tell you, dude?
All
Help
right.
me win
So
my fantasy too.
obviously, now let's go to our picks. These are the updated scorecards. I am. Would I be 5-3? No.
Yeah, it's right there. 5-3.
It's right there.
Oh, my bad. Okay, my bad. I was looking over
Let's
here.
go, Kirk.
Okay,
Let's
So
go,
right now-
Kirk.
There is a two-legged race, and it is Kirk the one-eyed cat versus Dan and Dago the blind.
this.
Uh,
Look who's at the bottom. Why don't
The
you read that for me? Who's at the bottom?
Hey,
Who's at the bottom?
That's 500 right there. I'm still in the race.
Expert.
Okay.
I'm at
Expert.
5-3. Vic is at 5-3, and Gilbert's in the Gilbert has the Sacco right now at 4-4. Gilbert, did you go 0-4 this week?
No, the mighty Bills bailed me out. I got one
Oh, okay,
right.
so you went 1-3.
Yeah, the freaking Bengals let me down again. Or let everybody down.
So
We got
Dan,
more-
it's
more than one wrong.
between you and Kirk the one-eyed cat. Do you have any trash talk for
Yes.
Kirk this week?
Yeah,
something.
sure. So when I can get PETA in the comment section trying to hit me up, no thanks, dude. I ain't got nothing to say. I'll trash talk that stooge, bottom left right there. I'll trash talk his ass.
All right.
You are such a
let's go.
curse. I have to go find another quarterback now because you drafted Joe Burrow.
Hey, your Chargers just lost. I'm not covering the team. Don't be blaming me for
How
everything.
dare you? Don't you dare bring that garbage up. You're trying to get
Subscribe
me
to What's Up
started.
Boys
All
on
right.
Spotify,
Now let's see
YouTube,
what
Oh, you know
Kirk
what?
has to say this week about his picks. All right, let's see. Kirk, there he is. Let's see. He's going to go Patriots, Baltimore. He's going with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Next game is the Green Bay Packers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's going with Tom Brady's tuna. He's going Tom Brady, and he's going with the Buccaneers. Kirk is looking at Indy versus Kansas City. He's looking at Patrick Mahomes. He's looking at Patrick Mahomes. He's going to go with Patrick Mahomes and Jackson Mahomes tuna. He's going to go next is Bills at Dolphins. Ooh, he's looking at Josh Allen. He's looking at Tua. What's he doing? He's thinking about it. He's considering it. He's like, man, are these really the only two choices? He's looking around. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are going to kill these guys. Yeah, I'm going to go with Buffalo Bills, I think. Yep, he went with the Buffalo Bills. All right. So
I was starting to think Kirk's a chalk picker. These are all the favorites he picked, man. Like I guess that's a way to get ahead on the standings.
well, hey,
Whoa.
he's 6-2 for a reason, and so is Dan.
And you're
Dan, I think you're
4-4.
6-2 also.
So shut
Hey.
the hell up, dude.
I take a chance here, but by the way, he thought about going Dolphins, so he almost
he
went
really he
Dolphins.
looked at that one and he's like, I don't know. All right, first game we're gonna be going Colts and Chiefs. I'll start with Dan and Dago.
This one's gonna hurt. Matt Ryan's been playing like garbage. I need to drop his ass on my fantasy. It's gonna probably be the Chiefs. Gosh dang it!
Ooh,
All right,
whoa.
Gilbert.
That would be
Of course.
3-0, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
get the pom poms out. Yeah, give me the Chiefs. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I was about to say an expletive. Get
Vic.
me the curse.
I'm gonna take the upset here. I'm gonna go with the
No.
Colts.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna go Chiefs. I think it's gonna be a blowout. I think Kansas City blows out the Colts. I don't think the
Is
Colts are
it,
that
is it in
good.
KC?
Real
I
quick
forget.
though,
It's in KC.
if they have a terrible year, is Frank Reich fired?
I think so.
Storyline to watch, dude.
Oh, look at that. Dan and Dig over here plugging more topics for
We're firing
Compas.
coaches again here on the show.
Let's go. Bills and Dolphins. I'm gonna start off with Vic.
I'll go Dolphins.
He's
Wow.
trying to get all the
Gilbert.
unders to try and catch back up, dude.
He's trying to go the opposite of Kirk the Cat.
Trying to catch up. I should do that, huh? But I
There
can't
you
go.
go. That way
The
I'll
Bills
win.
are too good. The Bills are too good. No.
You're a
Uh,
curse.
So you're going Bills?
Yeah.
Dan.
I hate you, but Bills.
I'm gonna go Bills as well.
They go shout out for picking the Dolphins over the Ravens. I think you had that last week, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So
How'd
did
you like
I.
that, dude?
You're not a hater,
I like-
huh? And
I
Victor
like
too.
Mike McDaniel. I think he's a genius. I think he's really good.
Mm.
I just don't trust Tua. I hope he gets a better quarterback.
Ravens and Patriots. Dan.
See, here's another one. Gilberto's going to get excited. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I don't think the Patriots have been playing well. They might have a mess over there offensively. I'll go with Ravens.
Gilbert.
The Kirk got the Ravens again, right?
Yeah.
It's at
Look at
in
him.
New England. New England.
New England.
All right, give me the Patriots. I hate myself.
Vic.
Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots as
There
well.
we
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Ravens.
Okay.
Packers at Buccaneers. Dan.
Ooh,
Packers at Buccaneers.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't trust what Green Bay has. I'm not a big LaFleur guy either. I'll go with Tampa Bay.
Gilbert.
Kirk got the Bucks, right?
Yes.
What?
All right, Kirk.
Yeah, he
picked
went with the Bucks.
right?
Yeah.
Then I'm trying to catch up. So give me. I can't believe I'm already trying to do catch up. Give me the Packers.
I'll go with
Vic?
the Buccaneers.
I'll go with the Buccaneers as well. So there we go. Our picks are laid in. Obviously, this was a segment that was brought on by Gilberto, which is called Burial of the Week. So we're gonna bury all together the NFL's initiative of Por la Cultura, which is their that's how they would say it.
Wow.
So they put an ñ on top of the damn N for NFL, and they said Por la Cultura. This reminds me of when Oscar comes back to the office, and Ryan puts the ñ on lemonade for, and I thought that was hilarious. But somebody put it on here. But yeah, I mean, this to me just Gilbert, go ahead. I can't.
This made me laugh, but it was just laziness on the NFL's part, and also I already have beef with this half month that we get for a Latino Heritage Month.
No, it's a full month.
It's a full month now. Whatever. It's split
They
into
do
2
half
months.
of September, half of October.
Yeah, and then they all pretend to care about us for a month and then another month, whatever the split is. And then they like have this lazy Enya thing with a highlighter and yellow. It just made me laugh. It was bad. I get it. You know, you want to attract the Latino audience because we like football. That's why we're on here. We're talking football. But it does not appeal to me in any way. Show me more effort. Come on, NFL, be better.
Vic, go ahead.
Yeah, it was just a terrible way of. I mean, just the way they did it was also really bad. Like the commercial looks nice. I mean, they got the guy from what was it? That play that Hamilton. And then he was in the Heights. I mean,
it's
Miranda,
cool. Miranda something.
No, not him. It was Ramos, the actor,
I
and
didn't even know there was a
you know,
commercial.
for the commercial. But yeah, it's just the initiative looks really bad, you know, and it just turned into a meme. You know, you never want to do that, especially when you're trying to recognize people in a month. It was a big dud coming from the NFL. And they've been taking a lot of L's lately, especially with this kind of stuff. Yeah. So go ahead, Dan.
Oh, well. What can I say, dude? Like,
You like it. I know
politely.
you do. You enjoy it.
No, I'm not a stooge, but I know what to get you for Christmas, so thank you.
Oh yeah, an Enya NFL hat.
And your NFL shirt. Yeah, see how you open it with a smile and everything
But
else.
can you just do it yourself with a highlighter? Just save yourself the money and put a highlighter on it.
I'll get a Sharpie or something, dude. Or I'll put, you know what? I'll put a sombrero on the end
There you
instead
go.
to make it look even
All right.
more ridiculous or something, dude.
That's all.
Honestly,
we're missing,
like,
man. That would
yeah,
that
exactly.
actually requires more effort, and I would appreciate that.
Or I'll put a mustache or the top of Theo Man or something. We'll see, dude. But
Get him,
honestly,
get Daniel, and you get Daniel a Herbert shirt with a mustache.
That's right.
I could do that.
Jay-
I know.
Jay Herb's number one, dude. But anyway, like, just real quick, I mean, we all know it's stupid. I mean, it's stupid. Can I just how can I politely put this? Can I just drink and watch a violent game and eat food that's going to end my life 10 years early in peace? Like, is that too much to ask, dude?
Yeah, would I be reminded of your heritage?
It's all fake. I don't need them to draw me in with that stuff, dude. Like, let's be real. When the league wants to do morality or things like that, it's like, come on. We know who they protect. We know who they allow to play with, and they're not saints, dude. So don't try and cover your PR missteps by trying to roll this garbage out there, dude. Like, I already know what I'm signing up for. I just want to watch a violent game. I'm more angry that it's soft than these stupid campaigns. I hate that it's soft, but I just want to drink, eat food that's going to end my life 10 years early.